Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Chris Ryan Fitness. I have an absolutely fantastic 30-minute strength, chest, back, and abs. Don't worry, it's not 45. Strength, chest, back, and abs. It'll be a 30-minute burner in the best way. That's right. I just got done programming a 45-minute for tomorrow's class. That's going to be a strength, arms, and abs class. So I was thinking about the 45 there. So we're going to go on after this one. 30 minutes, of course, strength, heavy. That's right. Heavy dumbbells haven't pitched off to the side for the time being, and then probably a workout mat, yoga mat, needed for some of that floor work as well. Let's get right on a quick little dynamic warm-up and get you underway here today. So toes pointed forward, hands on those hips, push your butt back as much as you can and squeeze those glutes in nice and tight there, Casa. Oh, yeah. Karen in the house. Love it, Lynn. Back and forth all the way through. Adi, great job. Casey, great to have you in class. Brooke, back and forth all the way through. Okay, Karen got it casting finally. There you go. Cast that one on out, Karen. Great job. Onto the big TV. Great work, everybody, right there. Right now, Adi getting it done as well. And Brooke, love it, love it, love it. Okay, right fist in nice and tight. I actually hate that sometimes when the, going in an A-frame stretch, when the tech world just fights against you. Sometimes, oh yeah. Setting up here for the setup to cast the Chris Ryan Fitness app. 99.9% of the time, works totally fine. 0.01% of the time, just want to pull out my hair. Let's go, everybody. Left fist nice and tight. Down and back you go. But so is life, right? Reach on up as much as you can. Back and forth you go. And it's not like anything changed either, right? There you go. Oh, yeah. Now let's go down on the ground. On all fours. Palms going to be on the ground. Knees behind those hips. Pushing hard through those palms. Rounding your back as much as you can right here. Stretching out through that spine. Oh, yeah. And then take it on through. Arch your back. One more time. Rounding. Open up through that lumbar spine, pushing hard through those palms, and arching. There you go. Take that right hand up to the right temple. Punch that right elbow up high to the sky, down and in, all the way. There you go, Nama. Couple reps. Switch it up. Left hand up to that left temple, down and in, all the way on through. All righty. Looking good, everybody. Feeling good, right? So we're going to start out down on the ground. This first section is going to be it's going to be a burner in the body weight. That's right. Hand release push-ups, a little T-raise. We go. High plank position, starting on out. Down we go. Slow, controlled. All the way down to the ground. Raise those hands out to the T-style position. Keep your butt tight. Push the floor as hard as you can. Come down nice, slow, and controlled as you lower yourself under control, building that strength. Power punch through those palms as you drive back on up. Lower yourself slowly, plank board style position on that backside, ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle, one fell swoop. We're not dropping our hips first, then bringing our chest down to the ground, right? We want to think squeezing glutes tight, abs tight the whole way, turning those palms facing on in towards the ground, just south of your shoulder right there. You are trying to push the floor as hard as possible. You're driving force generation through the floor, turning those elbows inward towards the ribs as much as you can. Down we go, up we go, down, slow control, release, T-raise, out to the sides, pushing through those palms as hard as you can. W's with back extension, we go. So now you're going to come down, flat down on the ground, soft fist, thumbs pointed up towards the sky. You're going to bring those elbows back towards the base of the ribs, towards the hips. Pull your chest off the ground, toes pointed away from your body. You're going to pull your chest off and then press right out in front. Pull it back on into center. Bring your face down towards the ground. Roll back up through the shoulders. Push out. Pull back on in. Roll down. Squeeze through that upper mid-back, low-back position. Light it on up. Toes fully flat on the ground the whole way through. Squeezing through your glutes. Back and forth you go. So pull through the shoulder blades. Squeeze through that lumbar spine. Extension all the way through. Soft fists, forearms as high off the ground as you can. This one's going to build you some character right here, everybody. Oh, yeah. Pulling up, pressing out, pulling back on in, rotating the face down towards the ground. Side V-up time, we go over to our left side, targeting that right side first. So we're over here on our left side, right hand reaching up high to the sky, back and forth all the way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to love the words of wisdom right there coming out for Wednesday wisdom, right? There you go. Back and in. Something about inner circle of your friends. There you go. If you don't have the right friends, and they don't inspire you, and guess what? You're a little trapped, right? There you go. So hopefully you like those Wednesday wisdoms that I send out your way, everybody. Hopefully makes the world a little bit better place. A little bit more thought-provoking, right? There you go. A little philosophy. Get it done. Remember, it's not just about exercising your body. It's about exercising your mind as well. 10 seconds to go, everybody. Down. Pull through those abs hard as you can. 3, 2, last rep, best rep, and 1. Flip over to your right side now, targeting through that left side. Oblique action. Abs strong the whole time. Keeping that rib punching right on in towards the hip. Legs straight. Toes flex back towards your face the whole way through. Extension. Reaching. Abdominal fire here today. Come on. Squeeze through hard as you can. Excellent, excellent work. Back and forth. Reaching. Extension. Keep those hips stacked. Try not to rotate your belly button up towards the sky. Think hips stacked on top. Pull through. You're not necessarily going to touch the outside of the ankle, just enough for a little V-shaped formation lying on its side. There you go. Squeeze a little harder, a little longer. Light it on up here today. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic work right there. X marks the spot for X swimmers. So we're going to come down on the ground, traditional style swimmer. This time, though, you're going to come out fully elongated out in front of you with your arms, toes pointing out behind you. You're going to raise up both arms and legs at the same time, then pull them apart for an X, then bring them back into center, then back down. Once again, raise up, arms, legs, toes pointing away from your body, extension out to a full X, bring it back on in, and then back down towards the ground for a quick pause rest. Extension, contraction. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff right there. Straight elbows the whole way, knees locked, back on in to center. Reaching out in front and behind you, pull apart to that X, and then down to the ground we go. Think lengthening, squeezing through that backside, open up through those shoulder blades the whole way through. Last rep, best rep, up, and after it, 2 and 1. All right. Well, that was some fiery body weight right there. Rest it on up. I don't mind what I do after that one, right? Fantastic, fantastic job. So we got that front side working, that back side working, got that spine open for business for us here today. Got a nice little warm-up series, right? I love doing that body weight section, starting on it out, because it fires you on up in the best way to attack this subsequent dumbbell heavies. Oh, yeah. Let's go after it, everybody. Floor press, pronated grip, knees bent, elbows tucked into the base of the ribs, palms facing out toward your knees. Press up, connect the inside heads. Slow, controlled pull down. Elbows just out in front of the wrists. Press up, full elbow lockout. Pull back down. Oh, yeah. There you go. Keeping those elbows close towards the ribs. And at the base of the movement, when the elbows touch the ground, your elbows will be a few inches outside the ribs, but with the wrists slightly behind the elbows, closer towards your face. Just a little bit, so the elbows are punching down toward your hips a little bit more. Pressing up, full elbow lockout. We go. Inside heads touch at the top side. Press up strong, and then pull down strong. Press up strong, and then pull down strong. Don't just drop the weights. Don't just drop your arms to the ground. Pressing up, and then pulling down for 2 and 1. Now bring both heads of the dumbbells together in a neutral grip position where the palms are facing in towards one another, knuckles up towards the sky. Dumbbell heads touching. Press straight up from that position, right up over top side of your sternum, horizontal fashion. Slow, controlled pull back down. Press back on up. Slow, controlled pull back on down. We go. Love it. Huge pump for y'all here today. Down, slow, up, strong. Keep pressing those DB heads together. Driving those knuckles up as strong as possible. Right up over your sternum. Slow, controlled pull down. Up you go, strong. Slow, controlled pull down. Up you go, strong. Excellent, excellent job. Down and in. Couple more reps, everybody. Come on, light it up. Torch those arms, that chest. 3, 2, Last rep, best rep. 1, overhead pull, single DB. One dumbbell can be tossed off to the side. The other one is to be elongated out behind you, vertical position. Arms nearly straight. Pull the dumbbell right up over the top side of your head, over your face, slow, controlled descent down. Overhead pull strong. Open up through those lats as much as you can. Eyes are up towards the ceiling. Head is resting on the ground. Sweaty smiles abound on those faces here today. Open up through those lats. Slow, control down. Squeeze through. Oh, yeah. Open. Squeeze those ribs down and in towards those hips. Awesome, awesome work. Go down slow. Base of the dumbbell gently touches the ground, right? You are going down slow and under control, putting the muscles under as much tension as possible through those lats and through those abdominals. Down, right back on up for 2 and 1. Single arm high plank row we go. So 1 dumbbell into that right hand, high plank position, left hand on the ground, right hand down on the ground. So high plank, right hand neutral grip position, left palm flat down on the ground. Row up to the hip pocket, slow controlled descent down. Pause, row back up to that right hip pocket, slow controlled descent back down. Quick little pause, rip it off the floor. Pull it back strong. Hold for a split second at that hip pocket with your shoulders and your hips square towards the ground the whole way through. You want to think anti-rotation right here as much as possible. You are getting it done, Queen of Hearts. There you go, Lance. Love it, love it, love it. Great work, everybody. Inside of 10 seconds. Keep those tailbones tucked down and in, those glutes tight, pressing as hard as you can through that left palm for 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Switch it back on up. Left hand has that dumbbell. Right hand on the ground. High plank we go. Grip. Rip back to that left hip pocket. Slow, controlled descent down. Pause. Grip. Rip. Back to that hip pocket. Slow, controlled descent down. Make sure you are squeezing those glutes and those abdominals as much as possible. You don't want to rotate through those hips. Pike the hips or those shoulders, swaying out side to side. Keep the shoulders square. Eyes remain down towards the ground and pressing through your right palm as much as you can. You want to drive hard through the palm. You want to splay those fingers nice and wide away from one another. So you have a wide base of support, putting as much force through the ground. The more force you put through the ground, the more stability you will have. There you go, everybody. Strong and powerful. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic, fantastic job. Both heavies coming back on out now. Little dumbbell hollow rock time. So heavies pressed up to the sky over our sternum. Toes flexed back. Eyes are forward. DBs up high over those shoulders, right up over that chest. Knuckles pressing up. Legs straight. Toes flexed back toward your face. Abs on fire. Nice and tight here today. Taking it up and back, up and back. Less than 30 seconds to go. Keep your chin tucked right on in towards the chest. Keep pressing those DBs up as high as possible over your chest. Back and forth. 15 seconds. Come on. Iron sharpens iron here today. You got to dig deep. This is your strength. Chest, back, and abs. You are crushing advanced work here today. 3. Come on. 2. And 1. Fantastic. Fantastic job. Set up those dumbbells down to the ground. Towel on off. Grab a little swig of water or coffee. That's right. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic job. So, halfway point already in our workout. Abs lit on up. Looking good. Pecs looking good. Backside on fire. Oh, yeah. Obliques, they are getting chiseled as well. Most importantly, that sweaty smiles on that face. Alternating corkscrew row. We go. Fun names, right? Palms facing away. Now what are you going to do? Hinge at the hip. Both arms start an extended phase. Row up just that right arm to that right hip pocket. Back on in. Turn and twist. Left arm to that left hip pocket. Down and in we go. So starting out with a supinated grip, pulling to the hip pocket in a neutral fashion. That's right. Eyes remain down towards the ground. Shoulders retracted back and down. Keeping your shoulders pulling back towards your hips. You are not rounding that back. You should not feel tension through that lumbar spine, right? You want to think, before you start, shoulder blades retracted back and down, then push your butt back. Squeeze through, pull strong, alternating, corkscrew, row, we go. Pulling that elbow up high, towards the ceiling, right past that rib. 2 and 1. Love it, love it, love it. Here we go, Karen. Come on, Nama. Crushing it, Jenna. Now you're going to go reverse fly time. Knuckles pressing on in towards one another. Bent over position, palms in towards your sternum. Squeeze those elbows back. Bring them gently back to center underneath your chest. Back and forth. Slight forward, bent over position. Knees bent, hips back behind those heels. Squeezing and flexing through. Sorry, I got a ton of sweat in my eyeballs right there. All right, squeezing and flexing through as much as possible on that backside. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, working through those rhomboids, right? The two muscles between your shoulder blades, trying to pull them through, squeeze them on it together. Love it, love it, love it. You got 10 seconds to light it on up right here, right now. This is your time to shine. Your time to chisel up that backside for 2. Love it. Last rep, best rep. Finish strong. Low plank with a little reach action. Now you're going to go down on the ground, low plank position. Forearms through the ground, strong as possible. Eyes down. Reach out that right hand. Hold for a second. Back on in. Reach out that left hand. Hold for a second. Right back on in. So your eyes remain down towards the ground. Shoulders and hips square to the ground the whole way home. Squeezing those glutes in tight. Reaching, extending as far as possible, my friends. Keep your hips, shoulders squared to the ground. Do not pike the hips in any way. You want to think tension through the core, working the muscle stabilizers, working those obliques as much as possible when I put you in that offset position, right? You're reaching out, you're holding for 1 second, just long enough to show yourself core control so you're not going spastically back and forth, swinging, right? 2, 1, alternating, single leg, toe touches. Hollow hold, we go. So now you're going to go hollow hold position. Right to left, left to right, we go. Back and forth. Shoulder blades off the ground, chin tucked in towards your chest. Go nice and quick on this one. Back and forth you go, touching the toe, right up over your belly button, hip line. Trying to keep your leg as straight as possible, right? Back and in. Abs as tight as possible so you're not flailing around side to side, right? Trying to minimize the surface area on your backside so you're curling your chin straight forward towards your feet and knees, pulling your shoulder blades off the ground on that backside, not looking towards the ceiling. Legs elongated, back and in you go. Arms straight and locked through the elbow. Less than 10 seconds. Come on. Reach, stretch, far as you can. Light up that core. 3, 2, 1. Love it. Single arm chest press. Starting out with that right arm. So now the right hand has just one heavy dumbbell. That's it. One heavy. Left palm flat on the ground outside that hip, south of the shoulder. Starting on the neutral position. Press it up with a little corkscrew twist. Palm facing out, pronated position at the top side over your sternum. Squeeze back down to the original start in the neutral fashion. Down and in. Little twist like you're throwing a punch. Straight over the center of your mass. You're pressing in to line up over your sternum, right? You're pressing up and in, not up and outside your shoulder. You want to protect that shoulder, build that strength, and drive over the center of your mass. There you go. Down, back on up. Keep the shoulders in square towards the ceiling. Abs tight, and press strong for 2 and 1. Fantastic job. Toss that DB over to that left hand now. Right hand on the ground. Same position, same rules right here. Corkscrew twist up at the top side so the palm starts finishing up in the neutral, or starts out in the neutral position, finishes up in the pronated position, and then back in to the neutral position, right? So palm facing in towards your ribs at the base, palm facing out towards your knees at the top side over your sternum. Excellent. Excellent job. Press up strong. Pull down even stronger. Oh, yeah. Here we go. 20 more seconds, everybody. Down and up. Drive it hard. Come on. Squeeze. Punch that DB up with some power, with some authority here today. Back and forth. You go. Inside of 10 seconds. Come on. Smile big. Here we go. Lighten it up. Your strongest self, your best self. 2, 1, rest. Oh, yeah. Don't mind if I do after that one. Fantastic. Fantastic job, everybody. So, everyone still with me? Feeling good? Strong, powerful, and sweaty? Oh, yeah. I don't know what it is. They got all this sweat pouring on my eyeballs here today. Okay. Doesn't feel too good. All righty. Muscles feel good, though. Muscles feel primed, warmed on up, ready to get that pump going. Okay. So, just need some windshield wipers for those eyeballs. Now, what we're going to do, last section, best section, getting those abs strong as you can, working through that backside first. Pop up off your booty. Grab a single heavy DB. Good morning time. We go. Palms facing the end caps. Push your butt back. Squeeze through the glutes, that lower lumbar spine. Keeping that neutral position in that spine the whole way through. A little hamstring stretch for good measure. But be careful not to go down so far to where you feel like you have to round your back. We are not rounding our back with a weak core. We are pushing our butt back with a neutral spine, keeping our shins vertical, squeezing our glutes tight to bring ourselves upright. Nice and strong through that lumbar spine. Excellent, excellent work. The dumbbell handle should be horizontal to our body, north of our sternum. We are holding it high on our shoulders to make sure it weighs a little bit more for us, right? If you go too low, you're not going to get that same weighted movement pattern, right? I want to get that weight moving for us, get us a little stronger on that backside. 2 and 1. Single arm row hold with the right arm starting on out. Start out in neutral position with that right arm, left hand out, palm facing down towards the ground, somewhere about even with your shoulder. So you're going to start out with the DB right below your belly button and sternum region. You're going to row back towards your right hip pocket. Hold. 1001, 1002. Slowly bring it back under center. Row again. Hold. 1001, 1002. Slow, controlled contraction back on down. Switch up that view a little bit. Rowing back. You can see you got daylight between that elbow and your rib because you're pulling the elbow up high, but keeping your eyes down towards the ground, keeping your shoulders square towards the ground. Slight bent over position once again. Rocking, rolling the whole time. Pressing through your heels. Come on. Light up that backside. 3. Digging deep. 2. And 1. Quickly switch. Dumbbell goes into that left arm now. Right arm out even with your shoulder. Starting out right below your sternum. Rowing back to that left hip pocket. And then going down under center line. You go. Back and forth. The whole way through. Reaching through. Firing to that hip pocket. Lighting up through your backside here today, my friends. Come on. Down. Rowing strong. Down. Rowing strong. Holding. Couple seconds. Juice is worth the squeeze here today for certain. Rowing. Shoulders square towards the ground. Eyes remain down towards the ground. Little stronger here today. Back and forth for 3. Dig deep. 2. Last rep. Best rep. 1. Oh, yeah. Slow diamond push-ups. There you go. Make a pretty little diamond. Thumbs, index fingers together. Hands down on the ground south of your sternum. Now you're going to go down. Abs tight, butt tighter. Smile even bigger. Slow, controlled down. Midpoint of your sternum to the midpoint of the diamond. Press through those palms as hard as you can. Keep your abs tight, nice and strong with that press action as you push through the floor. But take it down slow, controlled, so you're holding that plank as you descend and fire up through those deltoids, through those triceps as much as possible. 15 seconds, everybody. Down and in. A little stronger, a little longer. Right there, right now. 3, for 2. Last rep, best rep, and 1. V-ups for the win. Now, traditional style V-ups we go. On our backside, arms extended, legs extended, reach on up, palms facing on in towards one another, squeezing through your abdominals hard as possible. Lengthening through those lats, those arms, chin tucked right on in towards your chest the whole way through. Back and forth you go. Reaching, extending, pulling those ribs down and in towards your hips, strong and powerful all the way home. My mic is giving me a little trouble back there on the backside. Final 10 seconds, everybody. Come on. Light up that core. Back and forth for 3, for 2, and 1. Fantastic job on those V-ups. Flip it over to a high plank now. Elbow scratch time. We go. So high plank position. Left knee in, above and below a couple times each elbow. Right knee on in, above and below. Scratching that elbow. Toes flexed in towards your shin and knee the whole way through. Eyes remain down towards the ground. Punching as hard as you can through your palms. South of the shoulder. We're not out in front. We're not below. We want to think just south of the shoulder. So the wrist below the elbow, elbow below the shoulder. Turning the crook of the elbow, inside of the elbow, away from your body. When you do that, you're going to help pull the lats down and back towards your hips to settle up that backside with a little stronger, tighter core position. Back and forth the whole time for 2. Last rep, best rep, and 1. Dead bug with a reach, and we will be done. On our backside, head rests on the ground, hands up over the top side of the shoulders, knees up over those hips. Extend out left arm, right leg, back on into center. Right arm, left leg, back on into center. You go. Toes flex back towards your shin, and knee reaching, extending the whole time. Oh yeah. Lumbar spine fully flat on the ground. Head rested on the ground. Elongation. Oh yeah, elation. Getting it done here today. 20 more seconds to light up that core. Your strongest self, your best self, your most advanced strength, chest, back, and abs. Chris Ryan Fitness self here today, everybody. Back and forth inside of 10 seconds. Come on. In, nice and strong. Lumbar spine on the ground. 3, 2, 1. Rest it on up. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic job. Stand tall, stand proud, and flex them if you got them. You came, you saw, you absolutely conquered. You threw down. Oh, yeah. Wipe that sweat out of your eyes, everybody. Keep that sweaty smile on your face the rest of your day. Or maybe, hopefully, just a regular sweaty smile, or a regular smile, not a sweaty smile. Shower on up before you hit the day. All righty. Let's get you done here. Feet out nice and wide. Toes turning out 30 degrees. Palms on up. Pull your thumbs out behind you as far as you can. Inhale through your nose. A little exhale through your mouth. That was absolutely awesome stuff, right? Down, rolling those shoulders forward. Stretching out through that lumbar spine region. And walking those fingertips back behind your heels. Eyes to the back of the room. 2, 1. Go ahead, stand tall. Take that left hand up over that right elbow. We go. Reach around, Jackie A. There you go. Brooke. Nama, Queen of Hearts, Karen, Casa, Adi. I'm sure I'm missing a few right there. You all came, you saw, you absolutely conquered this workout. Reach up, right hand up over that left elbow as far as possible. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. So, got an extended double header here today on the Chris Ryan Fitness app. Got a little AM, PM switch. So the PM class is going to be a 5:30 Tabata strength, butt and legs. Believe it's at an intermediate level, and it's only going to be dumbbells here today. So if you can make that 5:30 East Coast class live here today, by all means, RSVP, put it in your calendar, because you will not miss it once it's in your calendar. I guarantee that, right? That's why I have that feature for y'all. And also, we'll be back live the next couple days Thursday, Friday, or today's Wednesday, on Thursday, Friday as well. Got a fun strength arms and abs class that I just programmed a little while ago for you. It's going to be 45 minutes in length tomorrow with a mini band and dumbbells. So check that one on out as well if you can make them. And the Friday classes, we're going to be getting it done in the best way, my friends. One more flex for the road. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.